All right, so we're diving into something pretty crucial today. If you're a SaaS company and really want to hit some serious growth in 2025,
Yeah,
we're talking scaling from like 50K MRR to 500,000 and beyond.
absolutely.
We've got some really interesting insights uh, on the 5 key shifts that are happening right now when it comes to positioning your SaaS company.
Definitely.
And our goal is to really give you the actionable stuff you can use to make sure that your offering is standing out because let's be honest, the old ways of positioning just aren't cutting it anymore.
Yeah, the sauce world moves so fast,
Yeah.
What worked even like a year or two ago might not be getting you very far now.
Right.
So there's a real need to think about how you're presenting your company to connect with the right people.
So the first big trend that we see is this idea of niching down.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to be everything to everyone,
Yeah,
instead of being like, CRM for everyone,
right.
it's about getting laser focused.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you were a CRM specifically for SaaS teams that are scaling remote operations? You know,
Right.
what do you think is like the immediate benefit of that kind of focus?
I think the interesting thing here is how being that specific changes how people see you in the market.
Okay.
So by focusing really narrowly, you almost instantly become the go-to solution for that very specific type of customer.
Yeah.
So you're not just getting more leads, it's more that you're attracting the people who are already looking for exactly what you offer.
Right.
You're not just another face in the crowd.
Yeah. They're high intent leads that are coming to you because you're speaking directly to them.
Exactly.
Okay. Now the second big shift is about emphasizing the outcomes instead of just listing a bunch of features.
Yes,
Because people aren't really buying the features themselves, they're buying what your product does for them.
absolutely.
So instead of saying, our platform automates workflows with AI,
Mm-hmm.
how does focusing on the outcome really connect with you?
It really speaks to what you actually care about as a user.
Right.
Like if you hear save 10 plus hours every week so your team can close deals faster,
Right.
that really grabs your attention because you can immediately see the value.
Right. You see the benefit.
It's about the impact. It's about saving time. It's not just about the technology behind it.
It's tangible.
Exactly.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The third trend is kind of challenging this whole idea of creating a new category.
Yeah.
Because with so much noise out there, everyone's talking about AI powered this,
Yeah.
ML driven that.
Yeah, it's hard to stand out.
It's getting harder to claim a new category, and it's even kind of risky.
It is?
So what do you see as like the alternative approach to this whole category creation thing?
Well, what we're seeing is that it can actually be much more effective to define what you're not before you explain what you are.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you're cutting through the jargon and instantly positioning yourself in a way that people can grasp right away.
So instead of trying to come up with this fancy new category name,
Right.
you're making it really clear what problem you solve for people.
Exact.
Okay, I like that.
Like instead of saying AI sales intelligence platform, what if you said the easiest way to automate follow-ups and close deals twice as fast?
Wow. Yeah, that's so much clearer.
Right.
And I can immediately see what you do.
Exactly.
Okay, trend number 4. This one is all about building credibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's about authority-driven positioning.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about your product anymore. It's about becoming a trusted expert.
Yeah, you're looking for a partner, not just a tool.
How can companies actually do that?
Well, you have to prove your expertise.
Okay.
So it's things like having really strong case studies with specific metrics, not just vague claims.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, we helped our clients grow their revenue, you say something like, we helped company X achieve 120% MRR growth in just 4 months.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is, because it shows you have a track record of success.
Right.
And then it's also about educating your audience.
That's
So
the
you're
whole-
doing webinars, you're sharing playbooks, you're giving people frameworks that they can actually use.
So you're giving away some of your secret sauce?
In a way, yes, but it helps to build that trust and authority.
Yeah, you're showing that you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, so the 5th key trend that we see is this shift in how you're actually communicating.
Yeah,
It's about moving away from all that corporate jargon
it is.
and embracing a more conversational style.
Mm-hmm.
It's about speaking to your ideal customer like a human being.
Yeah, not talking at them with a bunch of buzzwords.
Right.
You want to create a genuine connection.
So what does that look like in practice?
Well, instead of saying something like, leverage AI-enabled pipeline optimization solutions,
Oh, God, yeah.
which is just a mouthful.
Yeah, nobody talks like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could say something like, Stop losing deals, get faster follow-ups, and better conversions with one click.
See, that's so much better.
Right.
It's clear, it's concise.
And it speaks directly to a problem that your ideal customer is probably experiencing.
Yeah, and it offers a solution. So when you look at all 5 of these trends together, it really seems like having the best features isn't enough anymore.
No, it's really not.
It's about positioning.
It's about being clear about who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you.
What do you think is at stake for companies that don't get this right?
I think the biggest risk is being overlooked. You can have the most amazing product in the world, but if you can't communicate its value clearly and connect with the right people,
Yeah.
you're going to struggle to grow.
So it's almost like positioning is the engine that drives everything else.
It is. It makes your marketing more effective, your sales cycle shorter, and it gives you a huge competitive advantage.
So to wrap things up, here's something I want you to consider.
Okay.
Think about those 5 key trends we talked about. Niching down,
Yeah.
emphasizing outcomes, rethinking category creation, building authority, and being conversational. Which one of those feels the most relevant to you right now? And what's one small change you can make to your messaging today that could make a big difference in how people see you?
Absolutely.
All right, that's our deep dive for today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
It was fun.
It was great.
All right.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.